Hey, welcome. Donita here. Thanks for checking me out and welcome to my channel. I was going to put on some makeup and also talk a little bit about a giveaway I'm having. It started yesterday and it goes through May 15th. And all you need to do is like and share this video for a chance to win. And I wanted to go through, as I'm putting my makeup on, some of the products I'm giving away. Well, all the products I'm giving away. So the first one is, I think, the best, and it is this triple decker new palette. It holds, this way, it holds 27 tins, and I love this new print. It reminds me of Cheap Trick, High Tops, me going to the skating rink. That dates me. I'm 54. So I love this. And when these are gone, they're gone. They tend to sell out at the triple deckers. So I'd love for you to win this. And then now let's start a little bit of our makeup. The first thing I've been doing lately is using some of our Demi Balm. And we have a full size one of these as well. But I like the Demi Balm. I just keep it in my little Demi palette. But I like to put this under my eyes just to lock in that moisture. And it helps my under eyes stay put and not crease. You know, our under eye skin is so thin. This seems to help. So I love doing that first. And then I'm working today out of an 8, I guess a number 8, but it holds 8 tins. This is a perfect size if you're just getting started with Seint, because you can have your highlight shades. I've got my main shade, my camo shade, my brightening shade, my contour, 2 lip and cheek, a bronzer, and an illuminator. So really, that's all you need right there. And then you can get the number 8 with a 3D brush and pick your own shade if you wanted to on Seint's website. I'll list my link below. Or you could get a color match and go that route and get this one. So anyway, let's get started. I think I'm going to use my blend brush today. I just want, no, this is the shape. I just want a light coverage today. So I'm going to go into my main shade. I've been using Athens, which is a new highlight shade. And it is probably going to be a bestseller. It is a mix between Sandy and Candlelit. It's a neutral, medium skin tone shade, and it would work on many different tones because it's neutral. So I was wearing amber, which is a warm shade, so it would pull me a little orange or yellowish, and so I would typically mix amber and Candlelit or amber with Sandy. So this is just the perfect shade for me. There we go. And then I always like to take either my Stands Out sponge or a moistened beauty blender just to pick up any excess product. The only thing I had on before I put my main foundation on was some Say Slip Tint. I really like this. It has an SPF of 45, but I really like it. I've also, I don't see it handy, been using a Neutrogena mist sunscreen like at the end. So I'm not sure what I did with it. Lord only knows. Okay, so next I want to show another product that I'm giving away, and it's Seint's brush soap. And I bought one. I haven't used it yet. I want to do a video using it for the first time, but it's to deep clean your brushes as well as condition them. And I like to, so you take this out, this little scrub thing. So you get your brush wet, put it in the soap, get it all sudsy, and then you take this and you just clean your brush. And it's also supposed to be really good to clean your beauty blenders. Get it in there and clean it. So this is a really good product to have, and this would last you a long time. So there's that I'm giving away. Okay, so now I'm not going to do contour today because I burnt my forehead with the curling iron, so I'm just going to do some bronzer. I'm going to do Bella bronzer mixed with a little bit of rose gold illuminator. Bella is, I would call it a universal bronzer. We have a couple more bronzers. One of them is Heat Waves, and it is really pretty. Or Tan Lines is more of a subtle, like makes you look like you've really got some tan. Thus, Tan Lines. But there is my Bella bronzer, and I already have such a pretty glow just by using those two things. I mean, I could stop here if I wanted to, but I'm not. So I'm going to show you one other product I'm giving away. It's in this little bag, and it is one of our new lip and cheeks called Wildflower. It's the perfect pink. It's a satin, perfect for spring and summer, and it's just while supplies last, so it won't be here for much longer probably, but I'm giving away that. Okay, so now let's do some lip and cheek, and I've really done this a couple of times. I'm not going to use a brush. I'm just going to use my finger. But this is rosewood, and it's so pretty. This is how I like to do it. I like to do a sun-kissed glow with it by using it, doing the W. That might be a little off, but we'll see how it looks. And then I take the blush bronzer brush, I'm a klutz, if you can't tell. I burn my forehead. I get in too big of a hurry. I absolutely have to slow down. And it seems like the older I get, my hand and finger dexterity is worse. Do you guys have that happen? Please let me know in the comments if you do. I don't think I'm alone, but I am weird, so, you know, it could be. So see how that just gives me a pretty sun-kissed look? I really like it. But rosewood, for my skin tone, seems to work the best doing that. Okay, so now let's go in and do some demi. And here's my demi palette I work out of. And here's where I use all my balm almost. I'm just about out. And I want to use the bright brush. So here it is. And the first thing I want to tackle is this dark circle. And I'm going to go into Y01, which is that shade right there. Get just a little bit on the tip. And then I'm just going to put this right on that darkness. And then I use the fluffy end just to smooth that out. And I think I need to go in and use some 03 just to tackle that inner portion. of that dark circle there. There, that did it. Okay. Pat that down a little bit. Make sure I got it all spread in. All right. And then now I'm going to go into 01, which is this light peach shade. And I'm just going to do a wash under the eye just to brighten. As we get older, our eye sinks into our skull, and so it creates that dark shadow there. So I like to use this to brighten that under eye. But look at the difference. You can just tell I look awake and rested even. Okay, so now let's go do this eye. Go in with my Y01. Right on that darkness. There we go. This one isn't as hard to cover as the other eye. And then I'll go in with a 1 and brighten. There, that looks much better. Okay, and then I like to take 01 and go into this little shadow there that we get. I like to brighten that. That bothers me. You know, with Demi, you're just working on the areas that stand out to you and that bother you. We can't tackle every single spot on our face. And if you stay working real close to your face, you will tend to get hyper-focused on everything. So after I do a little bit, I always kind of sit back, lean back, and see how it's looking. So that's looking better. I do want to tackle these red dots right here where my reading glasses sit. And there's a dent there, and I can't do anything about the dent, but I can tackle that redness. And I'm using GY1, green, yellow, and the green really just, you know, it's opposite of red on the color wheel, so it makes sense that it would work. I hear a motorcycle out there, sorry. We live pretty close to a main road, and I guess kids are getting out of school. Okay, so that's looking, look. And then what I'll do is I'll powder over these little areas just so they stay put. There we go. Okay, and let's do a little bit of 01 right here between the eyes. Kind of brighten that triangle of light, you know, this area there. There we go. Okay, and because I did the Demi there, I think I want to bronze a little bit more on my nose. So let me go back to the shape brush and just put some bronzer, Bella bronzer on the bridge of the nose. There we go. And then before we go any further, I'm going to powder those areas. Let's see. This is the wash brush. I powder with it usually. I like to use the small end because I have more of a small area to cover, but I want to powder there and there. so those don't budge there. Okay, and we'll set our under eyes with setting spray in a minute. And what else do we want to do? I want to do some illuminator. And then I want to top my blush with some Maui. And Maui, you can't see it, but it's a peachy nude, peachy pink nude, and it has like some gold shimmer in it. It's just gorgeous. And it's not a permanent shade, it's a limited edition. So when it's gone, it won't come out again for another year, probably. But see how it gives that beautiful glow. I love it. And then I like to add just a little bit of my blush in my brow area just to give that cohesive look. There we go. And now let's do our lips. Going to use the other one, the multitasker, and I think I'm going to line my lips with Bella. And then I will use Maui. I've been using Maui a lot on my lips, and it's real pretty over a color. It's just really pretty. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to do is set my under eyes, and I like to first kind of go in and make sure it's all smooth, no creasing, which it's not. And if I wanted to, I could even, you know, press my Stands Out sponge under there just to get any excess. But then I'm going to take my Seint setting spray and dip the end of that in the setting spray, like the sharp edge there. And then I just pat that, and then I'll use the dry side to just pat that on there really good. And now I've set my under eyes and they won't go anywhere. And then what's left over, I just put it on the rest of my face. There we go. And I still look a little shiny. So let's go back into our setting powder. This is Seint's. It's in my other palette. And then I like to add a little bit right here, just so my hair doesn't stick. But there you go. All right, guys, that's it. And, oh, I have one more product to show you that I'll be giving away. And it is a Demi Balm. Love these. And it's so small and compact. You could just toss it in your purse and go. So there you go. So all you need to do to enter a chance to win is like and share this video. And I'll be back on here tomorrow doing another video, and you can get another chance to win. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye.